What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTB Ravens Media, bringing you Ravens content every single day. If you want to see that daily Ravens content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell if you want to get notified every single time I upload a brand new video. And in this video, what I want to talk about is Odafe Oweh potentially being the Defensive Rookie of the Year for the NFL. And I want you all to know, when I talk about award races and things like that, I'm typically not very biased when I talk about them. I know a lot of I talked about Patrick Queen a lot last year. And this was not on the YouTube channel. This was just when we did the Trust the Bank podcast, myself and Joshua. This was just when we were doing that. And I saw a lot of Ravens fans, and they kept saying like Patrick Queen was Defensive Rookie of the Year. And I was like, no, he's not even close. He shouldn't even be in the top 5, shouldn't even be in the top 10. And this is not me trying to slander Patrick Queen. I'm just trying to say, like, when I look at these, I'm not like, oh, this guy's, I'm not going out and I'm not saying, Rashad Bateman's Offensive Rookie of the Year. Like, when I say award races, I try and be very, very unbiased in doing so. And so I want to talk about right now the odds on Odafe Oweh and him actually winning the Defensive Rookie of the Year award. I do want to talk about Lamar Jackson, the MVP, at some point because I do think he absolutely is in that running. But for right now, let's talk about the Defensive Rookie of the Year because I feel like it's right now being fronted by about 3 guys. And Odafe Oweh is one of those guys. But let me know in the comment section down below if you agree, where you think Odafe is, what you think he needs to do to win the award, and if you think he actually will win it. But Odafe Oweh right now, if you look at him, he has been getting consistent pressures in his games. He's been making plays. His stats on the year, he has a couple of sacks and a couple of big-time moments, but he does have 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, 6 quarterback hits, 3 tackles for loss, and he's only started 1 game. And I think the competition, I'll bring those guys up right now, are Micah Parsons and Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, I believe is how you pronounce it, JOK. Wanted to be called the Joker, but Ravens fans were like, no, there's already a Joker in the AFC North, but JOK for the Cleveland Browns, which is very interesting because all of these guys are linebackers. Micah Parsons, yes, he has played a little bit of defensive end for the Cowboys because of injuries and such, but linebackers typically don't win these awards. And yes, I understand a couple of them are outside linebackers and such, but typically the Defensive Rookie of the Year award always goes to the guy with the most sacks. That is the easiest way to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. Get the most sacks as a rookie. I mean, look at the recent Defensive Rookies of the Year. Bosa, Chase Young. And I do believe, though Bosa didn't lead rookies in sacks that year, I think Max Crosby actually beat him out. But Bosa was also playing in a great defense and leading that. But then the other easiest way to win it is by getting a ton of interceptions. And there hasn't been any sort of rookies that have been going out and just absolutely ball hawking. There's been some good rookie corners. I don't want to take anything away from like Pat Surtain. I know Asante Samuel's had a couple of good games. But right now it's been these guys on some pretty solid defenses that have been able to make a lot of plays. And Micah Parsons has made some plays. Odafe Oweh has made 2 massive plays. 3rd down sacks. Obviously the game, not the game sealer, but the play that made it possible for the Ravens to win because it really looked like the Chiefs were going to win driving that ball down the field. He hits Clyde Edwards-Helaire and forces that ball out, jumps on it. And I think that's something that people are going to be able to look back on when you want to win this award because linebackers are very difficult with stats because tackles isn't like a super telling stat. If you get a lot of tackles, that doesn't mean you're very good. For example, I'm a Stanford fan. You guys know this. Blake Martinez, Stanford alum. He is not a good linebacker in the NFL. He's not good. I would not want him on my team. But he's led the league in tackles a couple of times. But that's because he's so out of position half the time that he's just making tackles. So you can't really look at tackles and be like, oh, wow, this guy's amazing. So that's one of the things is like with linebackers, it's really seen through the impact that they have on their defense. That's how you see it with linebackers is impact. And that's why it's so difficult for like a middle linebacker to win Defensive Player of the Year. That's why it's so rare. Now, Ray Lewis won it. Why? Because of his impact. He was on, the best defense in the NFL. It's much easier for a guy like, Aaron Donald to go out there and just get a bunch of sacks because that is instantly reflected in the stat sheet. But leading a defense isn't seen in the stat sheet. And the position that these guys play, yes, Odafe Oweh is an edge rusher. They do need to have those moments. But when you're looking at awards, yeah, you look at the overall stats. But you look at what pops off the page. And right now, if you're looking at any defensive rookie, no player has had more impact on wins than Odafe Oweh. No player. I mean, he almost single-handedly was able to save the Ravens against the Chiefs and played a very good game. It's not like he's like had moments, but also like been terrible. Like he's had a lot of moments and he's also played very well in a lot of his games. And his PFF grades above a 75, which is very solid for a rookie. It's tough as a rookie, especially a rookie edge rusher, to go out there and just dominate and get a really high PFF grade. But he's doing pretty solid with that. But he's out there, and when you're looking at the end of the year and you're like, okay, Odafe Oweh, you're going to think about those moments, right? Nick Bosa, when he was winning the Defensive Rookie of the Year, what was his moments? Oh, against the Carolina Panthers, the quarterback, I can't remember who it was at that one time. It might have been Kyle Allen. Through, I think, a screen pass or a check down to the flats, Bosa pops it in the air, catches it, returns it for a touchdown. That's a moment, okay? Micah Parsons has had some plays. He's had some sacks. He's had some pressures. I've watched, I believe, every single Cowboys game so far this season. I can't remember a time where I was like, oh my goodness, Micah Parsons. Wow. And it sticks in my head. I haven't watched a ton of Browns. I've watched a little bit. I haven't seen JOK go out there. I know he had a really good game against the Minnesota Vikings, so I would kind of give him props for that. But overall, it's not like there's any sort of place where you're looking at it like, oh, wow. Remember that play that guy made? Asante Samuel Jr. had a great interception against the Chiefs. Those are the types of things that people remember, are the massive plays. And Odafe Oweh forcing a fumble late in the game in prime time against the defending AFC champions, the front runners to win the Super Bowl, and forcing that is something that's going to stick in people's minds. And that is very valuable. It's invaluable when you're trying to win an award race. Everybody talks about college football. Oh, what was their Heisman moment, right? That's what they say. Because when you're voting for the Heisman, they're looking at that one play. Nobody's going out there like, oh, let me watch all of that. No. They say, here's the finalist. They show one play. Here's the finalist for Defensive Rookie of the Year. They're going to show one play. Odafe Oweh's play is better than any other rookie's play. And you look at Lamar Jackson when he won the MVP. What was his moment? Cincinnati. Spin move. That's his moment. If you have moments, it's going to make it a heck of a lot easier to win, even if you don't have as many sacks as other players or as many interceptions. But if you have those big moments and you're stepping up like Odafe Oweh has done in almost every game he's made a big play, you're going to be able to come out with that win of that award. But let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. If there's anybody you think I missed, you think like Pat Surtain deserves to be in the conversation, you think I can't even think of anybody else that could be in it, but there's been some other good players. But thank you, everybody, for watching. Subscribe for more Daily Ravens content, and I will see all of you again tomorrow. And make sure to come back. I believe Sunday morning, Joshua and I will actually be streaming, and then we will also stream. Joshua may not be able to be in the stream before and after the Colts game, so that's why we're also going to stream on Sunday at noon. But thank you, everybody, for watching. See all of you again next time.